good to have you again on this podcast. I'm your host, Esther, Ehinosen, Ileogben, on this EHI Table Talk. On EHI Table Talk, what do we like to do? Usually we dissect a lot of issues, basically your topical issues that have to do with marital issues, parenting, courtship, and dating, and of course, general relationship and what is really going on in the society. We try to bring question and answer that are most frequently asked ones, and of course, how to track some issues that affect day-to-day life. Today, our topic will be who is responsible for parenting a child. On our guest today, we have a very resounding woman, a woman of God, and she's also the proprietress and the director of Joyful Land Montessori Academy International. And she's going to be dissecting this question with us. Okay, let's see how we will take. Let's go. So, woman of God, nice to have you on this show. Thank you. So, as the topic goes, what would you like to say about the topic of discussion for today?
Over whose responsibility it is to train up a child.
Yeah.
Okay, from my own view, parenting is very broad, and it's something that is taxing, and it must be the duty of a mother and a father. Okay. In Proverbs 22 verse 6, the Bible lets us know that we should train up a child in the way he or she will go, so that when that child is grown old, the child will not depart from it. Now, coming to whose duty it is to parent or train a child, it must be the duty of both father and mother. And in this concept now, they must be intentional. The father, as the head of the family, must be intentional, must always be there. No matter your duty or job, you must make sure you create time to monitor that child God has given unto you, so that you will raise a child that can be able to stand the test of time. And now coming to the mother, which stays more with that child. That mother must also be intentional. You must shine your eyes to know all the methods, techniques you will use to train up that child. Intrinsic, extrinsic, to make sure you raise a holistic child that will be able to stand the test of time. And you must do it with the Holy Spirit helping you, and with God by your side, and with conscious prayers.
Yes,
so
of course, prayers.
Yes, you must be prayerful. You must pray for that child, so that that child can be able to conquer. Because we are in a turbulent world. A lot of things, a lot of influences, peer pressure, juvenile delinquencies. So a child must be trained intentionally by both father and mother.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so very much for that. And before we wrap up, I just want to say something here. Basically, we live in a world where most times the men usually feel training up a child is more like a woman's affair. It's more like a woman's responsibility. But I beg to define here, because as you find out that in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 2 and chapter 3, God was very intentional in letting Eli the priest, to actually know that it's his responsibility to train up his children, because his two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, they were vagabond, they were wayward, and they were all sort of. So, and God was very angry. And again, in the book of Deuteronomy, in the book of Deuteronomy 6:6-7, God also gave Moses a mandate to train up to train up children, to train up our children, to train up his children, or for all of us as believers to train up our children in the way of the Lord. Intentionality was also mentioned there, because in that Deuteronomy 6-7, the Bible told us or made us to understand that 4 times in a day should we train up our children. It said there, in the morning when you wake up, in the afternoon, in the evening when you're strolling, when you're driving, when you're on the walkway, then at night before you go to bed. So basically you find out that every moment have to be a teachable moment that we must train our child. So let me just round up this, because of, we don't want to digress too much. We want to hit the nail at the head rather. The responsibility first is of the father. The father is the head of the home. He needs to be the disciplinary figure of the home. So it's a high level erroneous mindset for men to always think that it's a female thing or it's a mother thing. No, it's the man first, for these 2 scriptures that I've quoted. Then the wife needs to also corroborate, need to support, need to sponsor, and maybe need to supervise. But both of them need to set a template down that they have to use to train up their child, also carrying these children along. Then basically the society, when I mean the society, the school, the church, and every other place have to also be involved. So when your child is being reprimanded in church or in school or in the society or in the compound, as parents, don't flare up. Look into it and see whether the intention is clean and is noble, and they are trying to teach your child a good moral. Then you embrace it and reprimand your child. Don't go reprimanding others, because there's a Yoruba adage that also says it is a society that trains the child. So with this, I think you have learned so much. Please, I'd like you to share, comment, and also subscribe to this channel. Thank you for some of you that have been subscribing. Until I come your way next time, God bless you. Bye.